What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. So, as the title suggests, we're gonna be trying to fix our speed sensor on the Corvette today. I've got her all jacked up and ready to go, and so we're gonna slide under there quick, and I'm show you what I'm working with. So as you can kind of see in there, that's our connector that we're working with. You can see she's not in amazing shape, and so we're gonna try and remedy that. Also, it is a greasy, nasty mess back here, so I might try and clean some of that up while I'm back here as well. But sorry about the lighting and the angles. A little tight in here, but we're gonna start getting her pulled apart and see what we're working with. So what I got going on here is I got it all cleaned up. Not too clean is relative, but get it cleaned up a bit up there so you can actually see the speed sensor and the connector there. It's not completely grease ridden. And then I got my actual harness kind of dropped out of the car a little bit so I can work on it. I don't know, it's gonna be kind of hard to see, but up there there's a little harness clip kind of right in the middle of my light there. And that's got this harness on it. There's also a little connector plugged into the transmission right next to it. You're definitely gonna have to take that out in order to get enough harness on to work on. I had to go from the front end of the car up in here a little bit, and then reach my hand back over the exhaust in order to kind of unclip that connector, and then just kind of poked the clip with a screwdriver to disconnect it. But that worked decently. So now I've got it down enough that I can actually peel some of that shielding back and then get cutting the wire out and splicing the new one in. I also did verify that this, of course, fits first. But another thing you can kind of see now with it hanging down is this thing is absolutely raunchy. I mean, it is really bent up and destroyed, and I'm actually kind of surprised a little bit too, because the connector for the actual speed sensor, that portion of the plastic, is actually in perfect condition, other than being dirty, of course. And so I don't know if maybe that came unconnected at some point and then fell down and hang on the exhaust, or what happened. But yeah, so I'm gonna get that opened up and then start splicing new wiring. So I kind of just cleaned the stuff up a little bit here. So obviously my harness length on my new wire is this long, and this is really all I need. But obviously for ease of use, I'm probably gonna cut it down here, and then maybe just deal with tucking a little extra wire or zip tying a little extra wire up there, just because it would be easier to do that. And so I'm gonna I'm gonna cut it right here, verify that the wire itself looks in good condition. If it still looks in good condition right here, then I'm just gonna pigtail right off it right here. I know it seems kind of silly, but a lot of times when I see on kind of some of these old connectors and old wires and stuff, is what will happen is especially on super cracked like this, is the water will seep in through some of these cracks and get through here, and then it will somehow actually seep down the first couple inches of the coating and actually oxidize a bunch of the wiring in here, and then you get really poor connection, and it's weak and obviously not very good. So we actually will have to cut this back a little more. You can kind of see, so that's let's see if it'll focus for me here. So this is the good wire. It's not focusing. I don't have enough light for it to focus, but you can see it's kind of shiny. And then you see this other wire kind of comparatively, kind of on the left hand side here. You can see it's kind of blackened and got some corrosion about it. And that's, the wire itself is really corroding. So we're actually going to cut this back another couple inches and see if we can get away from that a little bit. Alright, so I got my butt connectors put on here. And then I'm going to make sure that I line the connectors up. So obviously this one here was black to this, and with that the connector was in this orientation, and so I'm going to make sure I match this orientation. And this connector also has it's black wire, but it's got the stripe on this side, so I know that I'm going stripe to, oh sorry, I'm going stripe to stripe here in order to match, so. Alrighty guys, so we got it all kind of taped up here and kind of put together. It's a little extra long, so I added a little section of the shielding I have, and so I'm going to work on getting everything tucked back in up there and plugged in, and then we'll start working on getting the car down. So we're sitting in the car here. I'm going to start it up real quick, and we're going to see if the speed sensor worked. Like I said, I'm not 100% positive this is going to work, but this is $30 and not a whole lot of taking stuff apart in order to check it. So we're just gonna try it. So let's see what we get going on here. So we're gonna see here when I back up, see if the look at that, 1 mile an hour, baby. Look at that. Holy smokes, that's awesome. Well, I'm just gonna pop the hood quick, kind of let the smoke clear out of her, because she got a little smoky from kind of the engine degreaser and stuff, so. Yeah, that's a good sign though. Woo! Let's see how long it continues to work like that, because that was, it's always like the most annoying thing, right? Is like, you start driving, you gotta like wait 10 minutes for your speedometer to work, so yeah, it just was, and like I said, it's not the end of the world, it's just one of those things where it's like, kind of like to know how fast you're going, so. Alrighty, I'm gonna let it heat up quick, kind of let the smoke clear out and kind of cook off the exhaust, because like I said, I spilled some oil on there and some cleaner on there, so then we're gonna go for a little test drive. Alrighty guys, so as we're getting going here, you can see you got a Speedo. Super sweet. Yeah, man, gotta love that. Cannot complain about that whatsoever. Works perfectly. No issues. Just literally just works. Not waiting for it to heat up. So easy peasy. Yo, so totally realized I didn't film an outro for our speed sensor video here. So I'm just finishing editing that up right now, but just want to say, you know, hopefully this helps you guys fix some of your speed sensor issues. It's obviously not going to fix all of them, but if you've kind of got that intermittent, you know, kind of non-working, working kind of a deal, it's definitely a good place to start, because, you know, it only costs $30 and a little bit of your time. So hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys next time.